Oh yeah. There was a power outage this morning. Not able to communicate with the control panel down there. Here we go. We are going to be traveling inside a 1,000-foot hole in the ground today. A shaft that was dug into the earth in the 1930s that reaches all the way down to the water table, and we have a suction lift pump down there. This place has been known to have cave-ins, collapses, and other major issues. So I think you're gonna find this trouble call today very interesting. Oh yeah. Look at that. Here we go. All right. So we got a 480 service here. We have a tunnel down to the water table. We have a 120 transformer, or a 208 120 transformer. The HMI for the controls is up here, but down below there is a control panel with a VFD. The reason the HMI is up here should be obvious, but it's so you can control and check up on the system without walking up and down. I've walked up and down this thing a few times in the past, and it's quite a few stairs, but we're gonna go down there today. So I let my 16-year-old helper drive the truck and fuel up on the gas the other day. Probably the last time that'll happen. Here's the panel board. We got the well pump, the transformer, and some spares, I guess. Yeah, I first came here when I was a brand new apprentice, maybe a year and a half in. And there was this whole rack here with this ancient equipment from like the 1920s, an old 480 meter, an old 208 meter. There used to be both services, and I kept both of those. They actually look pretty cool. Maybe I'll include a little clip of them. And we demoed the whole thing. I'm pretty sure it was all lead paint, so I'm not dead yet though. One of the main complaints I heard out here is that there was a power outage this morning, and before the power outage, the HMI, which communicates via cell signal, was not able to communicate with the control panel down there. That was shortly before the power outage, and then since the power outage, there is a breaker that keeps tripping whenever it's reset. So I don't know which one that is. We're gonna check on that here. Maybe it's in here. So maybe it's this one. Oh, yep, that trips. That should be easy to figure out. Okay, we got our voltage coming in, 120. We got, do we have something on this side? No. To ground, nope. What about here to here, continuity? Nope, no continuity. We have continuity there. So it's not a dead short. Let's pull these fuses. Just real quick, the line in comes into this little power supply. Comes out 12 volts out of here into here. So let me pull the fuses to see if that did it. And nope, that didn't seem to do it. So that tells me this power supply might be cooked. I wonder if there's a way to test that. One way, stays on. So yeah, it must be the power supply. Luckily I brought a new one. It's a little overkill, but it's all we had at the shop. If I turn this on and the HMI communicates successfully with the lower area, then we might have our problem solved here. But if that's the case, we might still take a quick walk down there just to have a look, make sure everything's okay. I mean, I'd rather that be the case than I fix this and then it still won't communicate, and then I have to put on my tool belt and haul all these tools down. So let's see how it goes. Fuse check, put my meter on continuity. It beeps when there's a complete circuit. While these are out. Yep, so we got continuity there. Yeah, we should have basically no ohms. But yeah, fuses are good. This is called DIN rail, by the way. When we make control panels, a lot of devices are DIN rail mounted, so you can put these strips of DIN rail across and mount everything to it. This is called wireway, plastic wireway. Keeps all the wires nice and tidy. We'll yank these. And then, yeah, white is our negative, blues are positive. Doesn't get simpler than that. So we got company. That's the subdivision water system guy. He's the one who called in the issue here. Let's move these down. Looks good. There we go. Okay, let's try it out. Okay, so we're back on. We got PLC communication timed out. Let's see if that changes here. You know, my SCADA guy says he programs Easter eggs into this thing, where if you press it in just the right place, it makes tic-tac-toe or some shit. Okay, well, it communicates via this fiber optic cable because the run's so long, too long for Ethernet. And we're still not connecting, which means we got some issues down below. Could be as simple as a tripped breaker. Let's go have a look. Always bring your lineman. It's like a sword for, you know, samurai or something. Broken probably during the power outage, so I replaced it with a new one, but we're still having communication problems down below. So I'm gonna walk down into the hole and see what's up. Here we go. Wouldn't want that to fall on me. See, there were some cave-ins. When we first did work here years ago, the shaft was actually blocked. I think maybe this was the spot because of cave-ins. A little sketchy, but you know, I let everyone know where I was going before I came. So you can see this is got your own slide with yep, some old equipment from the olden days. There's like, yeah, old piping and stuff. I'm just gonna record this whole time, and I might just fast forward the whole thing. Usually I don't do any edits, but this time I might hop on CapCut and speed this part up. You hear that? It's the sound of quiet. Yeah, so this shaft was built in 1930. You can see there's rails here. At one point during some of the construction recently, someone hooked up a rig to their truck, kind of pulling stuff up and down. But we don't get that kind of special treatment for this little maintenance crap. It's kind of like Minecraft. My kid loves Minecraft. I've been thinking of adding some, what do you call it, royalty-free music to some of my videos. That'll involve a little bit of editing, but let me know in the comments if you guys want that. Kind of lighten the mood up a little bit. Wait, is someone down there? No, I'm just kidding. This is definitely a prime location for a horror movie. Yeah, it's creepy as hell down here. Alright, well here we are. There's the water table. That water is 100% fresh from the underground. I believe that cave follows through a little bit, just for a little ways, and then it finishes. Pretty cool, huh? It's actually nice down here now that there's some lighting. Okay, on with the task at hand. We have a fault on our ABB drive. Communication fault. That makes sense. Let's see what the communication fault is all about. I tripped a breaker down here as well. Tell me we don't have a power supply failure because I only brought one. Oh, there we go. Look at that. You know, you hear electricians talk about how they went all the way to some customer's house to flip a breaker. This kind of brings that to a whole new level. So we're on, we're good to go. Let's see if that fault clears up. What you have here, it's been a while, but you have the 480 power supply coming to this disconnect with probably some auxiliary contacts coming from there in this little raceway. And then travels to the drive, from the drive to this bad boy. Look at that. How many horsepower is this thing? 75 horsepower. And then are we still suction lift? It looks like it. That is, if you saw my last video, this is actually kind of funny. This is like the last video on steroids. Reset. Here we go. Up. No faults. Fault has been cleared. I think that's it. I'd almost like to run this thing in hand just to see what it does, but when you start getting to 55, 75 horsepower, you get to situations where you kind of have to ask permission before just turning shit on. But yeah, it comes, this is the motor, this is the stage, is it single stage? Looks like single stage, sucks out of up there, comes out of here. There's kind of an air release area down there, probably for priming. I bet that's for priming right there. Pressure, solenoid, and then it travels up, and feeds the irrigation for the whole area. A little control transformer. Alright, I think I've wasted enough time down here. Call that a job well done. Let's head back up. According to my YouTube analytics, if you're still watching right now, you're one of the diehards. That's one of my diehard fans. I'm talking to you, Joe, and the like 3 other people who comment on all my stuff. Consider leaving a super chat or a super thanks. What it does is it donates money towards my channel, builds my confidence, and helps me buy more equipment, increasing the quality of the videos I'm able to provide for you. One of my next goals for this channel is to get some glasses that record in widescreen so I can make big boy YouTube videos without this lame vertical aspect ratio. Some other plans I have for the channel is to start adding music. I want to put together a small intro just to make it seem a little more pro. Say you like my content, you think it's unique, special, you don't see anything like this anywhere else. Real-time, blue-collar work, figuring out problems on the fly, nothing staged. Consider this. What would be really cool is if someone wanted to actually make a little bit of a supercut and make an intro for my channel. Say you don't have any money, but you want to contribute. That'd be super rad. So if that's part of your skill set and you want to help me out with my channel, then leave me a comment and I'll get a hold of you. You can also follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and X. So if you haven't found me on there, my handle is @Electrician, ELECTICN. Yeah. So find me on there. Follow me if you like the content. Thanks for watching.